Well, let's flip it forward now. I mean, I guess we can live in the world and wallow in the fact that we now don't have an all-pro center, but that's the situation the Lions find themselves in now. And you said it to start this off, is that you don't just replace Frank Ragnow. There's not just a situation where, hey, we got a second one coming up the rank. No. Now the Lions find themselves in a situation where they have to remake the entire interior of their offensive line. So let's look at it from that angle to start. We have the hole now at center. We know what the Lions did this offseason. They went back-to-back guards. I'm sorry, back-to-back, but they went duplicate guards in the draft with Tate Ratledge and Miles Frazier. Obviously, it's not a center-for-center replacement, but we've already talked about and seen in OTAs that they're already working Ratledge into center snaps. So there's clearly, and going back to, again, what you said, they had to have already known this. They already given the kids snaps at center. They didn't have to do that if Frank Ragnow was always in the mix. So let me know from your perspective, Villain, where do they go from here? Are they turn into one of the young guys, or is Graham Glasgow, who has experience at center, who's played center for this organization in the past and for Denver? And as a matter of fact, when Ragnow was drafted, he was the center at that time. And rather than fitting Ragnow into the center spot, they let Glasgow stay there and let Frank learn. I think it was at the right guard position. So
correct.
Are they setting themselves up for a similar thing now where Glasgow sits at center, Ratledge on the right? How do you see it? I'll stop right there.
So if you're the Lions, you're feeling okay about the fact that you have Graham Glasgow in your back pocket. Like, even if this comes at any type of surprise, I mean, center, I think he plays better than anything that when he didn't play very good at center in Denver, but when he played here, he played pretty good from before. And then in the spot starts where he's needed to cover for Frank now on both of the games that he missed over his 7-year career. I think the short answer is Graham Glasgow at center, and then you're working on the guard positions, and then you got one hell of a competition within there. And then the ceiling of it is Graham Glasgow is demoted to first reserve on all of those spots, and then you actually get a Mahogany, Ratledge, and Frazier,
young core.
Offensive line, a young core,
Yeah,
right out there.